My name is so sad when you waking up to flowers, bring the sunshine through as the ladies come to you. They have hot topics and interesting guests, making your Monday mornings the very best. It's Monday morning talks, we got the sauce. It's Monday morning talks, we walk the walk. It's Monday morning talks, this is Cesar here speaking loud and clear. It's Monday morning talks with So, Michelle Lachey, and Miss J. It's Monday morning talks, y'all.
Boop. Hey, good morning, and welcome to Monday Morning Talks. I am your girl Soso, and I am here with my ladies and gentlemen, Miss Michelle Shay and Miss J, and we have our our favorite friend, our guest co-host here, Mr. Raynal Wizz Bateman. Hey, Wizz.
Hey, what's
Wiz.
up? That
How's
cousin
it
on the block.
going? How is everybody?
Welcome back, Wiz.
Yes. Thank you.
We've been missing you, Wiz. We happy to have
I've been
you
missing
here.
y'all too.
So how's everybody's morning going so far?
Great.
Just going.
It's going.
Just going.
It's going.
I'm above ground today. That's all I can say.
Wake up! Wake up, people!
I'm here.
I can't say that. I feel the season changing though. I do feel the season changing.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, my favorite season.
Mine too. Well, of course for you, so because your birthday coming up.
That's true too, but it's also the best dressed weather. Like you got your sweater, it's sweater weather. It's your sweaters, your boots, your leathers. You know, it's just you ain't got to put too much on or take too much off. You wear just the right amount of clothes, and you be cute. And this is the fashion.
Well,
season.
I will say, I do that's one thing I do miss about Chicago. Is you don't get boot opportunities that much out here.
Ah.
I agree.
Not no real boot. I mean, you be looking at them like, sir, it's 75 degrees. You out here with
why do you have boots to your knees? They be having the knee-high boots too.
Yeah, so that's
Chicago and they miss it too.
Yeah, that's literally I miss that the most about Chicago, and is the fall weather. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. See, if I move to a high climate, that's what I'm gonna miss too. I didn't even think about that. Like I will miss the fall. Hold on, y'all. My dog is like right. He's supposed to be not in here.
Hey, little baby.
Okay, so we're gonna why get rid of my dog? We're gonna talk about weekends. So guess we can start with Shells. How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool. I worked. I had a new client and I had a regular client. Yeah, the new client was dope. I love having my old people back. What else did I do? Oh, I got lit a little bit.
We ain't gonna tell nobody, Chef.
It was just some house lit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was in the club, so it was corona friendly. So.
Look, you still club quarantine.
I be feeling funny when I be going places and there be a lot of people. I be like,
"You say you went where?"
See, you missed it. So.
I did. I had to get rid of my dog. Not like that,
I said,
he's still alive.
I was club quarantining and then I worked. So I went to my homie crib and we got, had a few drinks and listened to some music and danced in the living room and.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Club quarantine. So yeah.
Now, male or female friend? No, I'm getting
female friend.
I'm getting too nosy.
Don't be telling Shell business. So.
It was a female friend this time. This time.
Look now.
Not this time. Okay.
This time.
Not this
no,
time.
I'm just playing. What about you, Miss J?
Oh, what did I do? I sent Jaden up there this weekend, so he's gonna stay up there for a couple days with my mom. I went and did some filming for a new reality show that I'm gonna be featured on. Don't really know how I'm feeling about all that, but it was cool. It was a cool experience to see how, on the back end, how they do stuff behind the scenes. And then we had to do confessionals yesterday. And then I went to Afro Punk to see Wale yesterday. So, I was out here trying to stay COVID free, but I still was enjoying myself. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend.
You had a nice little star-studded weekend.
I did, but the only thing is I was taking Uber because a lot of my stuff was downtown or in Buckhead and trying to find parking, and either one of those spots I was like, So it was a long experience because it's been a while since I've had to do Uber or Lyft somewhere, and it's like, they disinfecting this? Do I need to bring my spray? Do I need to bring some wipes? Is this COVID free? Like, all those questions go through your mind, and it's just like, I kept my mask on at the concert the whole time, even though we was outside. People was looking at me like I was crazy. Baby, I don't care. I'm not playing with none of this stuff. So
that's right.
That was my weekend. So how was yours?
Y'all don't know I'll be remembering my stuff.
Come on, we do this every week, so.
I saw
okay, when we
so,
go to Wizz, we're gonna let you think about
it. This morning, like, Sophia, you got to remember what you did.
You worked on Saturday. I know that much you did.
Okay, I worked Friday. Okay, so I worked Friday night. I picked up a shift at the hospital Friday night. It was horrible. Let me tell you that. It was horrible. Then Saturday, I worked Saturday morning. So I went in late Saturday because I got off at like 7:15 Friday morning. Saturday morning, I had to be at work at 9:00 Saturday morning, but I didn't go into like about 10:20 Saturday morning, and I left at like 2. I was supposed to left at 5, but I was like tired. And so so I worked. That was it was not a good day at work, unfortunately. Then Saturday evening, I hung out with my friend. Oh, he came into town. But he don't live out. Yeah, I guess he live out of town because he live like in like Southern Illinois. So so I hung out with him, and then Sunday I cooked dinner. Hung out with my mom and my daughters, and then I had some kind of convos with Mr. Wizz here, and so hung out with Wizz, hung out with.
What you cook, so?
I cooked some turkey wings, some chicken thighs, some baked mac and cheese, some greens, some sweet potatoes, some cornbread.
So I be needing a place. Can you send me one?
Do you do leftovers?
Is she
right?
Like the one that
send
it overnight?
I got y'all via Uber Air. Okay, so
right.
There you go, Uber Air. So she done came up with something new in Uber. She want all her money for it.
Hello.
Yes. Oh yes. Please give me my money. Uber Air. That's my. I'm
running my coins.
Mr. Wizz, how was your weekend? Yeah. Sorry.
My weekend was pretty simple. Actually, this weekend, over the weekend, I was pre-celebrating my birthday because my birthday is tomorrow.
Hey,
so,
happy birthday,
Libra Nation. So,
happy birthday,
so this weekend it was just real chill. On my birthday or around the time of my birthday, I just try to. I don't do too much. I just try to chill with the family. Sometimes they sneak and do stuff or whatever. So I just chill with that vibe. It's a loving vibe when you can be around people that actually celebrate your years of coming. So the weekend I just been chilling.
Nice.
We're getting a little lit, but I just been chilling. Tomorrow, yes.
I was celebrating you this weekend. That's why I was getting.
You see,
that's why shit was getting lit.
Also, I'm finishing up the production for the Elements of Wizzology Oracle cards as well. So I've been doing all of that. That's it. Just chill.
Wizz got his cards. Remember he was making his cards? Your cards.
Yeah.
He have his cards.
Nice.
That's so exciting.
So also, too, by December, guys, by December, hopefully. Remember, I think I was telling y'all about me being the author in a book anthology. So that book, it was supposed to have been out this summer, but we all had like, tragic, things happen in our lives. So, we had some people that had to like drop out of the book. So now we got it together. And so we should be doing pre-sale soon, and it will be out hopefully December. That's the month. We don't have a tentative date, but we know that it's going to be in December that the book will be out. It's Never Too Late to Be Unstoppable.
Hey.
Okay.
So be looking out. I will be posting. So let's get into some hot topics. That was my drum roll. That was my drum roll. I liked it.
Good job, So.
So we're gonna go into two. First off, it's two things that was pretty sad. First, we lost a great director, which is Mr. Melvin Van Peebles. He is Mario Van Peebles' father. He was considered like the godfather of cinema, and he died at the age of 89. And so we just RIPing to him. I'm kind of tired. Like almost every week, we are saying RIP to a lot of legends.
Condolences, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty sad that he passed away, and he 89. But then I think about 89, I don't think of it as old because my grandma is like 87. So it's like 89 still is not. I don't feel like that's the old age to die. Age old enough to die. That's just.
But he lived a long and fulfilling life.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He really did. He was very.
I wish my grandma made it to 89. She'd still be here.
Girl, don't get me started, okay?
Right.
So praise God.
Y'all gonna activate the waterworks,
right?
We don't need that.
I'm gonna give you the ugly cry this morning. The way.
Not coming out.
We sorry. But my grandma,
for air.
Right.
I would live through my grandma for the both of you, okay? So,
y'all know that extra shake and extra breath you got to take in between breaths. Yeah,
right.
That one.
Right.
I'm gonna live through my grandma for you. Did I say that right? Well, y'all know what I mean.
You gonna carry on her legacy?
I'm gonna carry on.
Carry on her legacy.
There we go. There's something like that. So the other sad news, very, very, very sad news is, unfortunately, the Bears lost yesterday. Very tragic news. How if our quarterback got no coverage, how we was fumbling the ball, how we was just not getting any touchdowns, and it was so much pressure on Justin Fields. I believe I almost thought it was a setup because he got knocked down too many times, and I'm thinking like maybe they just wanted Andy Dalton to look good, so they set it up to where Justin Fields would not look, the hype won't be so hard like it is. It was very heartbreaking to watch. I don't want to come here every week saying the Bears lost.
They starting to be like the Falcons.
I'm gonna say it's so heartbreaking. You should be used to it by now.
At this point,
muscle memory. At this moment,
at this point,
how you talk about people that's not Bears fans. This is how I feel about people that's not Bears fans. You know how people can talk about their man or their husband or their woman, and they can say everything they want, but you can't really say exactly what you feel about it. That's how I feel about Bears fans. Like I can say bad stuff about the Bears.
Okay.
But you ain't no.
Well, we said we need to say RIP to the Bears and just be prepared for a loss every week.
Don't be saying nothing bad about.
It's too early in the season for them to be losing like this back to back.
But they just getting it out the way. I honestly think that was like a break for them to like stop hyping Justin Fields up so high. And I think it was a setup. I'm sorry. Justin Fields is too quick or whatever.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Can I say something?
Yes.
God is still dealing with him.
He not done yet.
He said, the Lord is not through with you yet, young man.
He's not through with him yet. Look. And the thing is, Justin Fields is a rookie, and in addition to that, the main quarterback, he's injured, so really he's second string, so he's really not supposed to be starting. But because I can't remember what the regular quarterback's name is, I'm sorry, y'all, but because he's injured,
Andy Dalton.
There you go. Since he's injured, I mean, we just gotta roll with the punches, and until he recovers, until Dalton is back, we just gonna have to just.
Until Dalton is back, it's gonna get worse. I'm sorry. Okay.
I agree with you, but I also feel like it's exhausting if you're playing the whole 4 quarters by yourself and you know that you have no coverage and you're constantly getting hit, pushed back, fumbling the ball, interceptions, all of that comes into play. That's exhausting to do that for 4 quarters straight. And I think the quarters are like 12 minutes each. So when you're doing that, I mean, by the end of the game, you just like F it. I mean, you can't just walk off the field and say, I don't want to play no more. You just got to keep fighting through it.
That's why they need a backup quarterback for the backup quarterback.
Exactly. They need a third string quarterback.
But they also need a new offensive line.
They need a new coach.
They also need a new head coach. They also need to get rid of some of the offensive line because it's no way your quarterback should always be open. It's no way that the offensive line too, they don't play good defense. Like, why are these people so wide open to where they can score or where they can get all these yards? So that's a whole nother topic because I would be on this all day because I was very upset. I was very hurt. Very, very sad news. Yeah.
And they lost to the Bengals.
I know. Right.
What's that about?
Who's the Bengals? Who them? Oh, that's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Shell said, who them? That's how the basketball team.
But I'm like, hey, Cincinnati ain't got no basketball team.
Shell know nothing about sports.
She messing with you, Shell.
I know. It's all right. I ain't ashamed of my stereotypical I'm a girl and I don't know nothing about football behavior. Okay.
Well,
don't play with you.
I can relate with you because I'm a dude, but I'm not really into sports like that. However, I know the concept.
There you go.
He said he know the concept.
Yep, they running the ball and go back and forth.
A piece of pigskin going up and down the field.
And I know it's 11 players on each team on the field.
I should say it's way more than 11 players on each team.
On the field.
I don't know, so that's why I ain't saying that. I think
it's 12 players on the field.
I think it's 12. I believe it's 12.
I think
it's 12 players.
Don't make me.
Somebody Google it.
Google it.
Google is my friend.
But I think it's 12. It's 5 on the court on basketball and 12 on the court on the field.
Hey Siri, how many players are on the football field at one time?
Pretty much.
There, you will have 11 players on the field at a time.
Go ahead, Shell. Woo, 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 woo. Okay.
All right. Y'all may be able to name players, but I can name how many gonna be out there.
That part.
All right, football 098. Yeah, you 098. All right, football 098. Okay, so let's move on to something Zach, I guess is more serious. Hold on, before we get to that, let's get to Mark. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Good morning.
How are you?
What's up, Mark?
Good morning, Mark.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're gonna get into. I guess this is pretty good news. This is pretty good news that Kelly Price is not missing. Jordan, I know you sent the video of her explaining what was going on with her, about her and her, I guess was it her boyfriend that had COVID, and she was saying like her family knew she wasn't missing. She don't know why they were saying that, like they was not accepting visitors because they both had COVID. And so the whole thing of her being missing, she was kind of upset, saying like, why would they say we was missing? Like we was not missing. I was not missing. I just wasn't.
Did anybody know she had COVID?
She said, yeah, she was in the hospital for COVID.
She said she was in the hospital.
She died. And when she got back up, the doctor was asking her, like, do you know what day it is and all this stuff? Like, she basically died. And
she died, and they brought her back to life.
Mm.
And I guess she was saying because so many people were coming to her house to check on her, her and her boyfriend left so that they could recover from COVID. And so her family took it upon themselves, especially her sister, to say, oh, I haven't talked to her in months. And when she said it's really been a year because their mom passed last year, she hasn't spoken to her sister since then. She also shared that basically she has a long road of recovery ahead of her because of COVID and the effects that it took on her body. Her boyfriend was, or her husband, she referred to him as in the video, he was caring for her initially. And I guess they were doing virtual calls with her doctor, and he eventually ended up catching it. And so, of course, no one could come to the house and visit them because they were in quarantine. So she said people were coming through all hours of the night, disturbing her neighbors. So to give them a peace of mind to be able to recover and to not disturb her neighbors, she left the house to go recover for a week or so.
Yeah, she said that fans and stuff was like leaving stuff at her door. And she even said that they brainwashed her daughter. She said her daughter is not a little girl. She's 27 years old. She was like, and so it was like they brainwashed her, manipulated her to say like that her mom was missing as well. And she was just saying like, they knew she wasn't missing. Like they knew that she was okay, that she was just suffering from COVID. And she has, she said she has a lot of internal damage from COVID or whatever.
To her organs and
she
stuff.
Was crying. She was, I don't want to cry, but like COVID really messed her up. And then to find out that your family's going around saying that you're missing on top of you trying to stay alive from COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why that was. Maybe because her sister was mad because she wanted to see her and the boyfriend wouldn't let her see them. Remember they were saying that the boyfriend would let them in the house, trying to make it an assumption like he did something to her.
Did something to her, and that's why and everybody was like, I don't believe it. I believe it when she's standing in front of the camera with the timestamp. Like
I was gonna say, so you said that.
You know, I'm an investigator. The is always the first one as a suspect. So.
I was a little 50-50 because it just doesn't seem like her character to just go up and missing like that. That just didn't sit. It didn't sit well with me, those accusations. When I first heard them, I was like, that don't sound like Kelly Price. Like that don't sound like she would just like she's not an erratic person like that. She just doesn't do things like that out of the norm. So when those speculations and reports started coming out, I was like, okay. But then when they were saying the police went to the house, the police spoke to her boyfriend or husband. I'm like, okay, well, if the police felt like it was something wrong, I'm sure they would have issue some type of warrant to search the house. You know what I mean? Just something, do a wellness check, something. I just felt like something else would have been done or another step would have been taken further if she really was missing.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Anyways, yes, of course.
I feel like this is me challenging, but I feel like it probably started off as a joke. You get me? It probably started off as a joke, like, okay, something has happened because of the fact that I'm not getting answers, so I had to make it a joke, and then it got too far out of hand.
Possibly.
You get
within the family.
Within the family. So it's like as people are saying, as people are posting these things, it gets serious, and it becomes big. So I feel like it started from maybe like a slight joke, and then it became big.
Like they were saying, "Oh, Kelly's missing." And then they just spread it all across the internet, like Kelly.
You get
she's
me?
Missing. Yeah. And then they had to keep it going. I don't know why people can't come out. You know, I don't know why people got to keep things going like that. If it gets taken too far, instead of just coming out saying, "No, we were just standing amongst, ourselves," and then so it don't get so big because everybody looking at her man like he done killed her. You know.
And that's the thing too. Like her sister was going on radio shows doing interviews talking about how she hasn't seen her, hasn't spoken to her, and so that took it even further than what already the reports were saying. So that made it even more like, okay, where's Kelly at now at this point?
Not even knowing that her and her sister haven't talked for a year.
Right. And sometimes when you're in this business,
I talked to her from her in a month or two.
Right. And when you're in this business, sometimes, things change, relationships change, whether it's family, friends, whoever it is. And it's to the point where probably her sister was like, well, I'm being envious and I feel like, okay, this might get back at you. But you don't put it out there somebody's life is in jeopardy or that they're missing. especially when it's to that extent. And there were a couple of celebrities that came out and said that they spoke to her and confirmed that she was okay. So that just goes to show right there, you and your sister y'all got a strained relationship.
Yeah. That's so sad.
But we glad you're okay, Kelly.
We are so glad that she's okay because I was concerned. I'm like, Kelly Price? Like,
I know.
What's she missing? So
I know. I couldn't take another celebrity loss. Like,
yeah, especially not Kelly.
Yeah, because like out of everybody, Kelly Price, no.
Yeah, I was like,
she was a friend of mine.
You know what? Stop.
We can't be missing your voice, Kelly.
We weren't ready for that, Kelly.
Yeah, not at all. So we just pray for a full recovery for Kelly Price, and that everything gets straightened with her family, and her boyfriend, husband, whichever it's her boyfriend, husband. They just get a full recovery.
Her husband.
Husband. There you go.
Boyfriend. All right. So we're gonna move on to Jelani Day, and that his body has been found. Unfortunately, he lost a young African American male. It's a really, really sad story for him. He was found where was his body found?
In the Illinois River.
Illinois River.
The thing is with that situation, supposedly they found his body September 4th. These are the reports. They claim that they didn't release that it was him because they were waiting for dental records to come back because the body was, I guess, unidentifiable once they found it. My concern is, if that is the case, his body was found in an area where he went missing from. You also know that his mom has been trying to get answers. And if it was him, or you guys had speculation that it was him, you should have told his mom there's a possibility that we have found him. I feel like there should have been tattoos, something for them to be able to identify him. There should have been something, some other way. I feel like maybe the fingerprints weren't there anymore. So, okay, yeah, we go to the next thing. Dental records. Get it. It takes a while for those to come back. I don't know if it takes 2 or 3 weeks. That's not my business. I'm not a detective, so I don't really know. But I just feel like with the media attention he was finally getting, it's just messed up that it had to get to that extent for his mom to go on Good Morning America and all these other news outlets in order for it to be like, oh, okay, literally the day after she starts doing her whole media run, that's when we're starting to get answers, and that's when you have confirmed that you found his body. When it came to Gabby Petito, oh, we found a body. 2 days later, confirmed it's her body. Why did it take Jelani 3 weeks?
Because just like, and that's when you get into that, because we was gonna go into Gabby Petito next, but I guess we can go into her now, because it was like a lot of stuff that I was reading about how they were so quick to bring out the FBI, to bring out all these people. I hate talking about stuff like this. I get chills, and it just makes me feel it saddens me, because like she got the FBI presence, she got all this attention all over the news, and it's called missing white woman syndrome. It's an actual thing, because it was so important that white women going missing that was more covered on the news, and it became missing white woman syndrome. So it was people as far as like Jelani Day, and then the one geologist worker,
Daniel, I can't remember his last name.
Right, yeah,
Arizona. And then there was another the 16-year-old who ran away, and his mother was calling for help, and the police didn't take seriously, like, oh, he always running away. And then it was another one, and they were saying like, where's the coverage for us? Like, why do we gotta go speak out on public TV to get coverage? Why can't we get the FBI out here? Why can't why aren't our kids being found? Or why aren't the black people who come missing, or black or brown people that go missing, why aren't they as important as if a white woman is missing? Why is that? And it's sad, because who knows, in the time that they take to find these people, maybe Jelani probably could have had a chance to live. Maybe he wasn't fully dead yet. So maybe time of him being out there without help caused his death. And now they don't know the cause of death, because he's unidentifiable. Maybe he wouldn't have been unidentifiable had you all been looking for him before. And it's really sad that our people, even y'all brought us in this country, but treat us like crap. We're not important. And then when you go to saying Black Lives Matter, and y'all want to say all lives matter. This right here, these situations right here, will show y'all that all lives don't matter.
Absolutely.
You know? And it's so it breaks my heart because these people, these guys, these kids are young. They should be just as important as a white kid, and it's something that really needs to be done by us. So you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what it is we can do to like make our lives so as much as important as white people lives. It's sad. This girl got so much news coverage. Like her news coverage was so big, it overtook Jelani's.
Right.
It overtook
I thought she
everybody.
was a celebrity the way they was covering her missing.
I thought so too. I thought she was like a big YouTuber or something. And I was like, oh, maybe she got like millions of fans and followers. Like maybe she's somebody important. And to be honest, I didn't hear about Jelani until I didn't hear about Jelani until after they had found her, and then everybody started coming up talking about, so what about this? That's how much I didn't hear about it. Like I didn't know about him until everybody started complaining about why ain't nobody talking about this. So
and then they like the coroner, like they don't even say their name. I was just reading something this morning when they was talking about like my son, my kid has a name. Like don't just say this a boy or a girl. Like say their name, like you said Gabby's name. Like say Jelani, that's his name. He's not just a person or a boy or a black boy. Say his name. If you identify her as Gabby Petito, say his name as well. Why do he not get a name put over him like Gabby did? So
that's just to me that movie. Now I can't even think of what's the American Skin. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that, Wiz?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh! Anyway, and then there's a scene where the guy, is talking to the police officer who did something to his son, and he said, he like the suspect. He like, no, say his name, and that is just so powerful.
I think I seen that, but I didn't know it was American Skin. Unless it was something else like that as well. But go keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, but he just was like, say his name. And like, he literally made him say his name. And it just takes it puts it in a whole nother perspective when you put a name to somebody when they're not just the suspect or the victim or the defendant. When you say a name, they had a name. They had a family. They have friends. They have people who love them just as much as this other person did. Yeah, definitely. I didn't realize like there's so much power in saying someone's name.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to name your pet if you ain't planning on keeping them. And they don't give your pet a name if you ain't planning on keeping them, because once you name your pet, it becomes something more to you. So yeah, a name is very powerful, and everybody should deserve it. I don't like to say names of people who do bad things. Like I don't care for your name, like because you don't mean nothing to me. So like if you did something bad, like the two men, the guys that we was talking about, the three white guys that shot Ahmad and what's his name, Ahmad, the runner, the jogger, and
Ahmad Arbery.
Yeah, Ahmad Arbery. So yeah, I don't care for those men names. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to know their name. I don't care to remember their name. I don't care to say their name because they mean nothing to me. But Ahmad Arbery meant something. So yeah, say his name. Say Jelani Day's name. It's very powerful. And the fact that the coroner would, not say his name, I think he's been identified. Like, But yeah, I feel bad for his mom. She was basically saying she wasn't getting the help that she needed to find him. But then when they, and it's sad. I just pray to God that it just stopped. I don't know what we can do.
I don't know if it'll ever just stop. I mean, think about it. You even go all the way back to the Emmett Tills and even before in the slavery times. Anything happened to that white woman, you want something to happen. Say you mess with a white woman, you know what I mean? And that's been around for. And I don't, not to speak negatively, like nothing can change, but even as downplayed as it is now, there's still an air, as you can see, of that protection of the white woman. She is innocent. She's seen as helpless. She's seen as someone who needs to be saved, who can be saved, and you know what I'm saying? Just everything about a white woman, even if you do like dancing, just like a white woman can do some splits and cock a leg in the air doing ballet, and oh, that's beautiful, that's graceful. And a little black girl can do it, and look at it, she nasty.
Exactly.
Because the white woman is innocent. She's this, she's that.
That double standard.
Yeah, it's just the.
And why do you get that?
That's like, that privilege.
But and it's, it's so weird because when it's like that, but I mean, I'm gonna just say it. They be trying to be like us. You would think we were trying to be like them. You know what I'm saying?
They steal all of our culture.
They get all the glory. Y'all get all this glory, but y'all still be trying to be us. I don't understand that. But you would think we be trying to be them. It's so weird. It's weird. Saying y'all ain't
but unfortunately.
Michelle, you said all of that at 12:12.
You say what's Club Twitter?
No. I said Michelle said all of that at 12:12.
Yes.
Oh.
This was talking about some Club Twitter.
He go with the numbers.
I like Club Twitter.
Come on, Wizz.
What's 12:12?
You said all of that. 12 means lessons. Full of lessons. So those was lessons that was learned over time, and you said that at 12:12.
I'm such a teacher.
You such a teacher.
Come on, Wizz.
But you just want to go get that teacher license. I don't know why you want to get it, but
I know, because you know what? I'm just gonna start teaching and say F a license. That's what they do in Georgia.
That's what everybody else doing.
Right? They're like, well, license. How about this? I'm just gonna do it. So yeah,
that part.
Right.
That's what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, Wiz, I gotta ask you some questions too. I had two sets of numbers that just like popped out of nowhere on one day. But we'll talk about it later. I had. Yeah. I was working. I was doing some gig work. I don't want to shout out the name. So, but then I got a tip of 555, and then that same day I got a tip of 777.
I was just gonna ask about the
numbers, aren't they?
Nah, 5 represents change, season, and travel. Change, season, opportunities.
You from Chicago.
And then 7
for my brunch.
7 represents like karmic past, karmic situations. It represents the unexpected. It represents personal growth, elevation. So with that being said, like maybe you might be seeing yourself doing something different. You might be seeing yourself doing something different, and it's like you're trying to find a way of how to go about it, the approach, how to go about it. And
phone, boy.
You might be thinking about a different approach of how to go about it. But the thing is that you're trying to do it in a specific way so that maybe you 12:12, you have learned over time of how to do and to not do. So it's like your approach is different. And this time you're trying to take care of the situation. You're trying to baby it,
Okay,
yeah, I received that. I received all of that. I'm sorry. I received all of that. Because that's so true. All right. I knew it meant something. I said, when Sophie said weird, I said, I know I gotta ask him because this is the reason why it stood out to me. I'm like, I never pay attention to that. And I'm like, same day? No. It's telling me something. Okay. I'm sorry.
And he just
What's our next topic? Is we done?
What's our next topic? After all that, I don't even know how to move on.
What we gonna move on to? We're gonna go into for the day.
Oh, you want to go into that? We're gonna go into 21 Savage.
Okay, yeah.
Because I love 21 Savage, and so basically, he was facing like 2 charges of possession of Schedule 2 controlled substances and possession of a gun, and that happened like in 2019. And remember, he had when ICE had arrested him, and the whole thing of Jay-Z getting him out, and all this stuff. Oh, remember, I don't know if y'all remember when he got arrested
for immigration.
Yeah. So he just basically now said that he turned himself in related to that case or whatever. So I guess he might be doing some more time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sad because he's going on tour with, that J. Cole, they got their tour going on, and I love 21 Savage and I love J. Cole, and I was like really looking forward to probably getting tickets to that tour. So we're hoping that he don't get sent back to ISIS, and he can do the tour with J. Cole, so I can go see him.
So you don't care about the boy being safe. You just want.
I was just about to say, Salsa just want to see you. For selfish reasons, she don't want you to go back 21.
She like, yeah, forget putting the black man back then into a systematic. So I need you to be performing with J. Cole.
I need you to be out on bond. I need you to stay out on bond. 21 Savage, all right? Until you can
to the end of the tour.
I gotta look at the Chicago dates.
And then at the end of the tour, he can go to jail.
We don't want him to go, period. Okay?
Right.
We don't want him to go back to Britain or whatever. Like, he can, do United States jail, and he probably won't get much. He get a good lawyer, get him out. Just stay out. Just a little bit, 21 Savage.
Yeah, black man with tattoos.
I'll write you.
It's gonna be hard for anybody to see past that. So
right.
No matter how good of a person he is.
I'll write you. I mean, he donate like laptops to like the schools and DeKalb and stuff. Like, he do some good, he do good stuff. Leave the man alone. He's a young black man, trying to live. He's made mistakes. Leave him alone. He got to carry a gun nowadays. See, look at all these rappers getting murdered and stuff and robbed and all this stuff. He got to have some protection. Leave him alone.
I mean, don't he live in Georgia? Don't we have a right to carry? People carry guns all the time out here. Like,
they do, but I think because of the controlled substance, that was part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
And if you're not registered to carry, then that's another issue as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they got a setup now. Like, speaking of controlled substances, if you get your 420 license, you cannot carry a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about that in Illinois. I heard if you get it, if you like go to a dispensary in Illinois, if they scan your ID, it'll automatically void out your FOI card.
Right, exactly. That's so dumb. What do one got to do with the other? You know how many people been smoking weed and they ain't never killed nobody?
They gonna think because you're inebriated and you high that you have no control over shooting that gun, and so they have found another way to blackball people. If you do have your FOI card.
Okay, that's just dumb because now I can smoke crack and carry a gun, but I can't smoke weed and carry a gun. I mean,
weed is a plant, a natural herb.
Like,
Right.
What Cat Williams say? And if you just so happen to set it on fire. I'm just saying.
Right.
I just feel like it's like, why? What weed? What got to do with the other? Like, most times, I mean, I just think that's dumb.
Because it's a way to still criminalize it almost.
It is.
It's like, really we finna make money off of it, but we still finna take something away from you.
Like, y'all can't just get high and not have nothing, no consequences.
Which is why folks still go to the weed man.
That part. But look, if you really think about it, if you really think about going to history, alcohol was treated the same way. So what makes it different?
And people are worse on alcohol than they are when they high.
More crimes being drunk.
That's what I'm saying.
Kill people being drunk.
You black out on alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
Weed mellows you out.
Alcohol. Right. I see. That's definitely should be towards alcohol because a lot of fights happen when people are drunk. People get liquid courage.
That's how that fight started that we saw last week that we talked about at the Browns game.
Right. Exactly. If they were super drunk, what if somebody had a gun? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't go take a gun.
I ain't never seen two people fight when they high, man.
Right. You know what? I catch you on the next
time. Like, you blowing my high.
You gonna be fighting like this.
Right. I catch you on the next
Nobody you ain't gonna feel nobody hit you. You ain't gonna feel your arm move.
Nobody's even gonna be willing to fight at that point. They just gonna be like, "Baby, I love you. I love you too.
Right.
Let's make up." All right, here you go. Puff up.
They put something else in their weed. Now they lace their weed, then that's a different thing. But if you just smoking regular weed, you just.
I'll fight you if you ain't trying to put 5 on it.
I got 5 on it.
And I didn't offer
Grab your
to hand it to you. Them be the ones that be like this too with it. Be like, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? You chilling, ain't you?
Over the babysitting.
Chilling.
Man.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to one more hot topic, and then we're gonna go into our main topic. So this hot topic I had to get into it because it's about JT from the City Girls. She is saying she is not pregnant, y'all. JT says she's not pregnant. She don't know why people are saying she's pregnant. Um, she basically, I guess, because they were saying like she was, she was wearing like clothes that show her stomach and blah blah blah, and she had this morning sickness band on or some stuff. But she basically saying like, stop saying she's pregnant, stop spreading those rumors. She ain't pregnant. So JT is not pregnant. So she
Yeah,
said,
and
my
then the
daughter
other
still don't
day,
believe it. My daughter still say she think that she's pregnant or whatever, but she said she not. So we got to go with the horses.
I guess the other day she had spilled something on her pants, and
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert had took a picture of her and he posted it, but she asked him to put an emoji over it.
Yeah.
So people assume because where the emoji was placed, it was covering her stomach as well. They assumed that she was pregnant from that. So that was the other reason why she addressed it. I mean,
then she took the emoji off and showed the spot
right
on her pants. And
she
said,
showed the original picture.
my pants were dirty.
Yeah.
And this is why the emoji was there. She was like, so I'm gonna take it off. I'm not gonna just cover nothing up. Girl ain't pregnant.
I think another issue is with society. Everybody wants to be the first to report from the scene with something. I'm still 50-50 if she's pregnant or not, because why do you have on the morning sickness ban? That's
But
just
how
my
do we know that
speculation
is?
on it.
You know, the internet can be always making something. What if that was just like one of these? Oh, did I lose a little band?
A scrunchie or something.
The Hannah give us. You know what I'm saying? The little,
right.
the regular little band. Like how, because it's a certain color, that means it's for morning sickness. Like they can say this is she on drugs. She was an alcoholic. She got an AA bracelet on. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, I'm just saying, like, people on the internet always making something more because they want the stories to sound real. So if the girl says she ain't pregnant, I'm sure she probably wouldn't have the fact that she's pregnant. I mean, everybody been pregnant. If she didn't want to be pregnant, she would just, do what everybody else do. But she not pregnant. So.
Yeah, she said she ain't pregnant, so y'all leave her alone. That's that happy weight, okay? She happy with Lil Uzi Vert. He was putting money on her books when she was locked up. He's still taking care of her at home now, so let the girl be happy and enjoy her relationship. Okay. But you know who is pregnant and we didn't even know about it? Cash Doll. Cash Doll. She hit that really good.
Because she was messing around with I thought she was messing around with my celebrity ex-husband, French Montana. So when I saw them hanging out, I was just like,
oh Lord.
They said she was pregnant. I said better not be pregnant. So
so congratulations, Cash Doll.
Congratulations.
So crazy. You like French Montana so?
I used to love him, and he was my celebrity ex-husband. I even forgave him for Chloe, and then he was hanging out with her, and I'm like, dang, you're supposed to stay single.
You're right.
Stay single. So yeah, so it's still a little love there, but I moved on. So we're gonna get into our topic of mental health in the Black community. And going into that topic, Lil Wayne and the Baby featuring Lil Wayne, they did a song called "Lonely," and it pertained to what he was saying was people, monetizing off of mental health. Basically saying like they're getting, they're using mental health as a way of profit by like constantly talking about mental health and things like that. So. The song is pretty good. It got a lot of publicity. I saw the picture of some of the video. I didn't really watch the video though of him looking like a clown and having the gun pointed to his head, and it was Y'all need to listen to it. Maybe I'll put the video on our page after this. But it was a good song. They was talking about the mental health, and he was talking about it in a different way though than what we're going to talk about. But I just wanted to throw that out there. You all had some commentary on it. Did y'all hear the song? See the video?
I did not hear the song or see the video. I did see the pictures of him with the clown face. I think it was behind the scenes footage of the actual video shoot. One thing I will say is I'm happy that the Black community is talking about mental health more. I do think there potentially are some people who are trying to monetize, and not even monetize, but use it as an excuse for their behaviors.
Absolutely.
I even had a discussion with a friend of mine this morning because she's a narcissist, and I had to tell her about herself this morning. And then she tried to play victim with it. So, it's situations like that where we have to start taking accountability as an adult for our actions and stop using mental health as an excuse. If you really have mental issues, then yes, get it addressed, take care of it, manage it as best as you can, but don't use it to monetize off or use excuses for your behavior.
I'm going to say this. Seek healing for yourself.
That part.
First, and then everything else will unfold for you. If you're trying to look to get some fame out of it, it'll unfold for you by itself by you telling your own truth. But don't try to use this to kind of like come up. Use it to actually heal others. That's the only way that you're going to be able to come up if you heal others. But that's about it.
So if you heal others and you get paid in the process, is that wrong?
Huh?
If you heal,
not if you're a therapist.
I feel
like if you're a therapist and that's your profession, I don't think that that's wrong, because a lot of people seek healing or they go to friends and family members to vent about their issues. And a lot of the time, at least with my experience in the Black community, it's like, oh, you'll be okay, brush it on the rug, keep on moving forward. You don't address it. So by you suppressing that trauma or suppressing those feelings and not addressing them, they continue to carry over as an adult or later on in your life. And then when you finally do address it, you're like, damn, I didn't realize I was carrying all of this. So I was dealing with this. So I don't think it's wrong if you're a therapist and that's your profession. No, I don't think that's wrong at all.
Yeah, but
because people need that outlet. They need that safe space.
Say if Jordan or Wizz or you shall come to me and y'all, telling me about y'all issue. And here I am recording it so I can get followers or likes.
Right.
I took myself giving you advice, and making it not to taking away the personal and the real and the caring of you to get myself built up, get myself followers, get myself likes, so that people can see what I'm doing. And I'm helping this girl with her issues or whatever, and she's telling me all her issues, but I gotta show it, So that part right there is like it's all about social media, it's all about followers, likes, trying to monetize, trying to get big, build yourself up. That's wrong. That shouldn't happen.
Understandable. I'm just saying because I think that it's okay if people have a way to help people and people want to, bless them, then that's okay. But I see what you're saying. Like if you take it and make it a mockery out of it,
exactly,
to make money, then that's wrong. That's definitely wrong.
We have a lot of people that make mockeries out of it, and they don't know what they're doing. They just effing these people up.
Right.
Even more.
And my thing is too, like speaking from personal experience, I've shared with y'all before, I suffer with depression and anxiety. I just found that out about 2 years ago. There was stuff from when I was 3 that I didn't realize that I still was holding in. At 30 years old, I was 3 and I'm still holding in this information or this trauma. And my thing is too, don't just go find any therapist. Find a therapist that you are really comfortable with and who's going to give you great advice, because anybody can say they're a therapist, but they're not really giving you the feedback or the guidance and support that you really need to work through these things. Like, I personally feel like I'm a better person now because of me going through therapy. Do I still need to go to therapy? Absolutely. I haven't gone in about a year, but that is something that I'm working towards, because I feel like, especially if you're trying to progress in life and elevate, you need to address those things that are still holding you back. If you continue to hold on to them, you're never going to be able to really fully move forward or grow to your full potential, because you're still stuck in that mind frame of whoever that child was or whatever trauma or whatever experiences you're holding on to.
Right.
That's true.
And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people are walking around with these mind frame of being in that 5-year-old and that 10-year-old, or even if it was like 3 years ago, you still living within that time frame. You still haven't accepted the truth, or you still haven't accepted healing, so you can move forward from that pain. But that's a big thing when you still walk around with that pain. You're not moving forward. You're only staying stagnant, and you're only blocking yourself from your blessings.
Right.
That's true.
And shout out to my therapist, Darlington O'Kansas, because he's the best. I don't care what nobody say. Because he gets me to and through it, okay?
Okay, so here's a little map that says like 13.4% of the U.S. population identifies as Black or African American, and of those, over 16% reported having a mental illness in the past year. That is over 7 million people, and more people than the population of Chicago, Houston, and Philadelphia combined. So only 16% of us has reported, because a lot of us, like you said, a lot of us, our issues get pushed to the side. Like, a lot of people, people in our community don't believe in therapy. They don't think nobody can help us. It's they pray and go to God, but
that's
God
exactly what I was
going to
say
for a reason. We pray and go to God, and God tells us go seek help. You know what I'm saying? So they, God speaking to us through these people too. And
right.
So it's like that's what we was brought up on. We was brought up in the church. We was brought up that God is one who is our therapist, which is true, but God put therapists here for a reason, and so it's a lot of people is in denial that they have a mental issue, like you say, even with the narcissists. They don't understand that they are narcissists. Like, even if you tell them, like, people don't accept blame. A lot of us stem from like a lot of childhood. I know I got stuff, that I've learned to forgive in my heart so I can move on, but it's not that easy to move on. It's like baby steps. And I talk to like my pastor, I talk to people, I talk to friends. I haven't sat down with a full professional therapist. Do I need to? Yes, definitely I need to. But I have my life coach, Wizz, that
right.
that I can say. And some people's asking, like, that's the question I was gonna ask you, with like the difference between a therapist and a life coach. So is a life coach is one that like just tell you about like life, where it's like, okay, work and careers and things like that, and a therapist is the one where you fill out all your woohoos and boohoos too, or is it one and the same?
Well, a therapist is more, a therapist helps get to the core of things and helps you work things out. A life coach really kind of like helps you organize your life and
guide you,
put your and guide you with your life. So they don't help you get to the root of the issue. They just help you, stay elevated. Pretty much is how I see it. Because a life coach ain't gonna go too deep with you. You get too deep with a life coach, they gonna say go see a therapist.
Right.
But
can I make it more simple?
Yeah.
Can I make it more simple? So you have the therapist that goes to the chapter. Then you have the life coaches that are the pages that's in the book. It's like chapter, pages in the chapter. You get me?
Got it.
Therapist chapter, and then what's called the life coach would be just like the script, like what's going on day to day.
The more fine details.
Yeah.
Well, can I have them both? Why you can't have a therapist?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm saying one person. Why can't you have a therapist be your life coach? Like, I gotta go see you, talk to you about these issues. I want to talk to one person about everything, and so that way you can know
the thing. The life coach, no, necessarily you don't have to break down, what happened when you was 2 to make.
But that's what I want. I want to be able to break down to the person so that way they can help. I know that they understand.
But no, that's what I'm saying. You could do that with the therapist. Break down the things so you can begin to unpack. So, you can go ahead and begin your healing process. And your life coach is just going to help you keep your life in order. Whereas your therapist is helping you to heal.
From that.
And so you have to repeat your story to your life coach.
Actually, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to do everything. You say what? Go ahead, Wiz. Sorry.
Actually, yeah, because it's not only just one life coach that's around. You have trauma coaches as well. So you have
Yeah.
people that
True.
deal basically just on trauma. So you can go to that first talk about what you did or what happened when you were 2 years old, because that's something that they are skilled for. So you do have some life coaches that are skilled for certain things. So you have therapists that are skilled for certain things, but you have to pick and choose which one you want to go to. It's all about how you feel with that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you gotta. I think for me personally, I would like to keep the two separate because I feel like with my therapist, we get into the nitty gritty of everything from my
Hmm.
past. With my life coach, we trying to help think about and plan out things for my present
Yeah.
and for my future.
Mm-hmm.
So the life coach is the one that's really helping you grow and elevate while the
Hmm.
therapist is helping you do that as well, but you're impacting a whole lot with them and it's like heavier sessions than it is
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the life coach.
that's true.
Yes.
Well,
But either way, don't be
yeah,
like me. Make sure you have a therapist that you feel like you can truly confide in and trust. And I don't want to say scared, but I'm too timid to find my therapist, and I really need to. But I
I'll
love
send you
her.
my therapist. He does virtual appointments as well. So if you don't feel comfortable coming into the office, if you just want to try it out with him for a few sessions, you
Yeah.
have that option as well.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cause see, I
you
think
see,
I
I
got it
had,
out. I think I got it out without technically firing her because I just got this job and then I can get new insurance and I can be like, oh man,
Yeah.
I got new benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
she
I'm
gonna look
packing
you
them
back. I'm gonna
better.
take that too.
Look,
She
moving on
gonna
to
look you
bigger and
back. I'm gonna
better.
take that too. Like,
uh, well, you ain't gonna tell her what it is.
You said what?
So we gonna need to tell her what we got. I ain't gonna need to tell her. I'm just gonna
Right. Because if she be like, oh, I accept that. Oh, no, you don't accept this plan, though.
right. No, I
It ain't
already
covered.
checked.
You're not covered.
You
you
ain't
see,
in the
because
network.
I did therapy as far as like couple therapy, and but we went to this therapist. He was pretty he wasn't for us. He was pretty awkward, and it would make me feel awkward, and then like the session didn't go well anyway. But it was just like so I realized like okay, I need somebody that's gonna like make me feel not awkward,
That's why I say you got to find one
And
that you're
so when we was
comfortable
doing one
with.
on one,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we did one.
Because if you're
We
not
did one on
comfortable, I
one
don't feel like
sessions,
it
and it
really
was just
benefits
like
the client.
yeah, it was like I like the fact that he did a meditation like and he had me put myself in like, almost like a meditation hypnotist hypnotizing type situation for whatever I don't know, but
Hypnotherapy with some meditation.
yeah, but it was and I like that, but yeah, but I realized like he wasn't really for me because I don't think that he would be able to fully understand me too because we was of different cultures as well also, so and I feel like I need somebody that's in my culture
That can relate.
and
Yeah, depending on what your
yeah, they could kind of understand me.
is.
Yeah, so Mark said I have a female therapist that I have been seeing for over a year and she's great to me. That's great. I need a therapist. I'm gonna reach
You
out.
is you is you
I think
sharing the
everybody needs
information, Mark? Or is you just bragging that you got
right,
a
right.
therapist?
Maybe he's saying Michelle because you need another therapist.
I do. You know what? I miss my therapist. Let me tell y'all. I had 2 therapists in my life that I feel like transformed me. I'll make this quick. First therapist I saw, and she was an Asian woman. That was the first time I ever connected with a therapist. Like that was the first time I ever felt like, oh my God, this stuff really does work. And she, oh my goodness, I love her so much, and I miss her. And she just like went away. The company she's working for, she left. That's the only thing I hate about finding a therapist within a company, because you're a client of the company and not the therapist.
And not the therapist. Yeah.
So when they go, you can't get any 40 information. But I needed her as long as, God had it. And then I had a therapist here in Marietta, and when I tell you, she was amazing. Amazing. But again, she left and I can't find her. I have to take this call, y'all. Please send info.
Mark said he can send the info.
Okay.
He'll send you the info. So
all right, Shell, you gotta go.
Is it yes. Oh, we are. Oh, that's right. I'm like, it's only 11. It's not 12:30. But it's like, okay, we on time. We different time zones. That's right. I'm behind all of y'all actually. My hour behind y'all.
You are. That's why you just need to move to the ATL shop.
Yeah, no. I was still because I was still thinking about moving out of state. But I just, I don't know how. I think I want to move to Atlanta. I don't know. I want to move to Nevada. I just want to be in. I just see like the beauty and the
mountains,
the vacationist feel. I don't feel that vacationist feel in Atlanta. Like I don't feel like. I just feel like I'm back in the city. Like I'll be downtown Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the warmer climate of Chicago. I don't feel that.
This is true. It is.
I don't feel the difference of if I move. I'm gonna feel like I'm on vacation every day I wake up. I feel like if I move in Atlanta, I'm gonna be just living. I had to move downtown Chicago, and it's always warm there. Like
I mean, you're absolutely correct. That's how I think why it was so easy for me to transition, because it does have that feel like it is a mini Chicago in a way. Mm-hmm. And then everybody from Chicago moving here anyway. So
right.
Luckily for me, I live on the south side, so I don't run into people as often, but I know a lot of people that live on the north side, they always run into each other, at the grocery store, kids are playing against each other, schools, things of that nature. So I don't mind it because, I mean, at least I'm on the outskirts. I'm not really in the city. I only go in the city to do business and work, and then besides that, I'm back out in the country, baby. Like, I got neighbors who got farms with cows and pigs and sheep and goats and chickens.
You know
what I'm saying?
Like cheese, fresh chickens, fresh turkey.
Yes, I used to work with a lady who used to bring fresh eggs. When her chickens would lay eggs in the morning, she would bring fresh eggs. I don't eat eggs like that, so I really want to mess with them. But it also dawned on me, why is it that eggs in the grocery store are always in the refrigerator, but the eggs that she was bringing us was warm?
Because they do stuff with them or whatever.
Preserve it.
And yeah, I think that's I think we should all have farms and gardens. I think that's meditation.
Oh yeah, I was gardening when I was living with my ex. We had a whole garden in the back. We had everything out there: tomatoes, strawberries, peppers, pumpkins. Because y'all know this is my favorite seasons. I was actually trying to grow pumpkins. Like I had everything out there. I was. We ain't even gonna get into all of that.
I had a green thumb. I'm not.
When I do move and I get my house, I'm going to have me a garden in the back again.
I want a garden. I was trying to do like a whole flower garden, and I don't really have a green thumb. I'm not good at saving flowers and plants and them alive. So I had like I had a plastic thumb. So I put like the plastic flowers in my yard, and I was changing.
I almost told you
with the plastic thumb.
I almost told her something.
You should have told her, Wizz.
I'm gonna say, you know what, you ain't.
Look,
it's YouTube University out there. You could have found something, sis.
Girl, it's just like I just cannot. I had one plant in my life my mama gave me, and literally it would sit on my TV stand. I would see this plant when I'm watching TV, and I would forget to water it. Like I killed the plant, and it was in my face. So like I wanted to garden. I wanted to have flowers in my yard, and my neighbor, she gardens and she got all these nice big flowers and stuff. And I'm like, and then too, my patience is bad because I'm like, dang, if I start this now, it's gonna be years before it gets big. And then I start thinking about the years, this always happening. I get start thinking what if this happened in this year, and so then my mind goes that way. So I'm like, forget it. Plastic flowers, they never die. I don't have to water them. My yard looked really pretty with them, for real. My mom gave me the idea, And so, like, even with my vase, like I changed my little flowers, my plastic flowers out for the season. Now, mind you, I love real flowers, but I just can't really keep up with them. But I how the plastic flowers, I change them out for the season, the different colors, and it's cute. You won't even know. Like,
Get you some
Listen, I'm
perennials
gonna
that
tell
come
you.
back every year, very low maintenance. You ain't gotta do a whole lot with them when it rains, or even as you walking in your front door, you got a bottle of water in your hand. Oh, let me go and pour the rest of this in the water in the pot, or go turn the water hose on.
Listen, Sophie. So.
Yeah.
Don't you bring no plastic flowers to my funeral now.
You will always have them. You will always have them. If I drop your casket,
Wizz said don't come to his funeral with them.
No.
As your body turns into the dust, the flowers will always still be there.
Yeah. No, they need to come with me. They
said
with
ashes
me.
to ashes, dust to dust. Not
You
ashes to ashes and flower to flowers. Plastic, okay? Plastic to plastic.
Or
no.
ashes onto plastic. Ashes to
exactly. Ash plastic don't decay. It don't know. You gotta put real flowers there.
I have a plastic thumb. If you want a great plastic flower arrangement from me, I got you. Like, they be so pretty. Like, I do them so pretty. I go to like Walmart.
I use plastic flowers when I'm going to the cemetery. Not. I mean, you could decorate your house with them. Don't get me wrong. You can.
Yeah, I got a base and I change them out.
You can, but we gonna get you working on some perennials next fall. I mean next spring, because it's too late now to be trying to grow any flowers.
That's like one of them little sea creatures. What is a perennial?
Perennial is the type of flowers that come back every single year.
Oh.
So they're very low maintenance. You don't have to do a whole lot. They come back on their own. It's just watering them. So you just gotta give them some water.
What about the rain?
The rain will do it too, but sometimes the rain, depending on how often it rains, it might not be enough. So you probably gonna have to do it yourself.
This year it rained every day.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. This would have been a perfect year to be trying to grow them. Shout out to my mom with her horticulture knowledge, because that's how I know what perennials are. Because when I was trying to grow my garden last summer, she was like, "Go get you some perennials. They come back very low maintenance. Blah blah blah." Shout out to mom. She knew what she was talking about. Ask me how the flowers is doing now. I don't know, but they work.
All right. Thanks, Mom, for giving Jordan that thumb, because my mama told me just put some plastics in your yard. So
one of my friends, Angel, she does that. I mean, they're cute. They are. She does switch them out and stuff. They're very low maintenance. Like there's no maintenance once you put them in there.
I just had to worry about Gabbo going over there trying to eat them. My dog. But other than that, like when the wind was blowing real hard, we was getting those like tornado warnings and stuff. Like some of them went across the yard, but I was able to pick them back up and put them back in.
Put them right back in.
I'm dying and going all, you know what I'm saying? Now I lost all my flowers from the storm. Nope, they were still fine. And I got to stick them right back in that dirt and
going about your day.
And go about my day. And but I like it because it was me not really like gardening, but me just like, I like doing yard work. I do. I like pulling up the weeds and I love doing yard work. And I think it's meditating to me too. So like, even when you don't like be able to talk to somebody, like you can think, and it kind of like take your mind off of things because you're so focused on,
it's relaxing,
getting the yard
and
right.
Therapeutic.
And, it's really therapeutic. It's things that we can do as far as helping ourselves if we can't go out and like see people or talk to people. I mean, you always need somebody to talk to, even if it's not a therapist, even if it's just somebody you just need to get something off your chest and maybe just so you can move past something or whatever. And but we need to learn how to deal with our issues without making it bring us, a murderer or a violent person, an angry person, somebody nobody want to be around. And I know me, I hold a lot in, and I lash it out on like the wrong, what I'm saying, sometimes maybe the right person sometimes, but I hold it in a lot. And like I was telling Wiz too, I'm not good at like breakups and stuff like with people, certain people. My way of getting past somebody or of getting away from a conflict is ignoring. I'm so good at ignoring. If we had an issue or whatever, that too, Jordan. I'm saying like if I had an issue, it's like I don't need to tell you what the issue is. You should already know what you did to me. You should know why I'm ignoring you. So
that's what I just had to tell my friend this morning, because she told me she was cutting me off but wouldn't tell me why. Like I told her, I ain't never had a friend cut me off, especially not for no reason. So
Mhm.
I'm the type of person, if you and I have an issue, let's try to talk to it and through it. I'm gonna at least tell the person why I'm cutting them off.
Well,
And sometimes, and I will say,
if you
sometimes
my
there are certain people in
friend,
situations that don't deserve that
yeah,
explanation.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you my friend, then yeah, because I had a friend that just stopped talking to me out of nowhere and for 4 years, like by 4 or 5 years, I kept trying and she was just so mean to me, like literally cut me off, but she wouldn't tell me why. And it took like 5 years literally for me to go over there and for her when I found out like some her life was like kind of different or whatever, I had to go over there and then we finally talked. And it was something that could have been talked about, but this was my friend of like 16, my best friend of like 16 years at the time, and she just completely stopped talking to me. And I know she was going
Mhm.
through a lot of stuff, but like we didn't have an argument, we didn't have no issue. We talked the day before. She supposed to take me to my doctor's appointment or whatever. Like we was fine the day before. That following night, the BT, the Keisha Cole's reality show was coming on. Remember, she had that reality show, and we used to watch it together all the time. And I was telling her that was coming on, and she was just like, "This number is not accepting any calls or whatever from this number. Sorry, big loser." And I'm like, "Where did this come from? Like out of nowhere, Like we were just cool, like earlier today, like yesterday." So I was confused about it. So that situation, that's different. But if like you somebody who I'm just getting to know or whatever, and I find out that you're fake or you did something to me, I don't feel like you deserve an explanation for me as to why I stopped
Agreed.
talking to you. Because I feel like because I know it's going to be just a lie and you're going to just cover yourself up, try to cover it up, and I don't feel like you're worthy of that from me. But I will forgive those people.
Mhm.
I
Yes,
just
I
don't
will.
forget.
I will. Right, I won't forget. I
No.
will be cordial. I will be nice. You know what I'm saying? But I know in the back of my head I can't trust you. But I'm gonna go and be nice to
Right.
you.
And you show
I
me who you really are as a
You really,
person.
yeah, because I can't have that added stress, and that's why people have issues too because they allow people to stress them out so much. And I got too many
Yep.
people stressing me out already that I'm trying to get rid of. So that
Yeah,
extra
we
stress.
I mean, we were early on in our friendship. It had only been a year, and she was like, I just feel like it was one-sided and you weren't really contacting me. Girl, you came in my life when I was going through the hardest time in
Mhm.
my life.
Mhm.
Okay? So on top of me being a mom, I still had to care for both of my ill parents. I was in school. I had 20 million other things going on, and it's not an excuse at all. But I had other friends who were reaching out and still I was communicating. That's what I told her. I said, I could see if I was not communicating with you at all, but I was communicating with you. I
I
saw
have
her
a
every
best
time I
friend of
came here to
18 years. We
Georgia.
don't talk for months.
That's what I told her. I said, and if you expected us to have daily conversation, I said that wasn't gonna happen. That's not a realistic expectation. And as a friend, if that's what your expectations was, I said, well, then maybe it's a good thing we did in this friendship
Yeah,
because
because we're not
I'm not
teenagers.
gonna
We have
sit and beg
lives.
nobody to talk to me every day. I don't have
Right.
time to talk to nobody every day. That's why I told her. I said sometimes I'm coming in home from school. I'm not even seeing my mom on a daily basis because she sleep by the time I get home, or we bypassing each other in the morning. I live with this whole woman and I'm not talking to her on a daily basis, let alone you in a whole nother state. Like, are you my woman? No, you're not. So chill out,
Mm.
sis.
Yeah, we're not teenagers. We don't kick it every day like that no more. We got
At
kids. We
all.
got lives.
We have
Especially
lives. You
like
have children. I have a child. Like,
exactly. That yeah,
you'll
my
be
best friend
okay.
like she lives in New York. We don't. I don't. I haven't. We talk when we talk, but when we talk, it's like we never stop talking. She have a whole husband, family, kids. She has small kids too. She put her big kids to bed probably like 8 o'clock. 7, 8 o'clock. I don't call her around at 9 o'clock because I know that she's probably just resting because she has small kids. But I'm gonna go kick it with her for my birthday, and we're gonna be kicking it like we've been kicking it every day.
And that's how real
Mm.
friendships are
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Right. Can I
That's
can I
ex-
leave y'all with an affirmation?
Come
Yeah, but
on,
and a
Wiz.
meditation and a meditation with. Let's not forget that. I was hoping Shell could be
Repeat this
on for the
after me.
meditation.
Repeat this after me. I have prioritized arrangements.
I have
I have
prioritized arrangements.
prioritized arrangements.
And that goes for anybody that feels as if they can interrupt your arrangements that you already have.
Mm-hmm.
I have prioritized arrangements.
I have
That
prioritized
part.
arrangements.
Hmm.
Like
I
so
have
so
prioritized arrangements.
within
I'm gonna put that on
within the
my
day, my
Facebook
day
page.
is already lifted out. My day is already planned. So when you come in and you bring this energy into me, chances are interrupting my goals. You are interrupting my dreams. You're interrupting these things that needs to be taking place in this now moment, just so that I can deal with you. But you haven't looked at the things that I'm actually trying to do, or the things that I'm trying to overcome. So
Absolutely.
I have prioritized arrangements.
I
I have prioritized arrangements. That part. And I just feel like, as an adult, people lives change. Even when you have your life planned out to a T, it's not going to always go as planned.
Of course.
There's so many different obstacles on a daily basis that you may face, whether you're trying to achieve a goal and it takes months. You might have a couple bumps in the road. Like with this whole school thing, I've gone to like 4 or 5 different colleges to achieve what I just achieved in 8 months. It took me 15 years to figure that out. So now I get to this one spot in my life and I'm like, okay, I ain't got nothing else. Let me commit 8 months to it. And I did it. But that's the thing, you got to realize if you're really a friend to somebody and a sister to somebody, you have to be supportive through whatever turmoil and experiences that they're going through, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Still be supportive of them.
That's true. And that's what we need, because just like we was going through something and we don't have that person to talk to, and that's where it messes us up too, because we're holding so much in and we just really need somebody to talk to. And if you don't have nobody to talk to, or you talking to somebody, like I have a person in my life where I can talk to them, but it's like I feel like they don't. It's like they're not listening. You know what I'm saying? Because then you can like try to say something. It's like or it's a thrown off comment too, because they're like really trying to act like they're listening, that they're listening, but it's like something they say is just like thrown off from what you were talking about, and sometimes it just feel like they just don't care about what you're talking about.
Right.
And it's hard for me to talk to this person when it should be somebody that I can talk to, but I always felt like for years that like this person didn't really care too much about what I'm talking about if it didn't like bring them something, give something to them. And so that's something that bothers me too, and that's something I need a therapist to talk to about because it really bothers me.
Go get you a therapist, though. So I'm telling you, it'll be the best thing. You will thank yourself later for it. I promise you will. Because I was one of those people, I'm not going to lie. I was like, I ain't going to therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Woo, woo, woo.
And I'm not that person. It's just just trying to find the right person. I do write a lot, in my journal. I write.
Yeah, that's therapeutic.
And so that kind of helps me. But you have to actually physically talk to somebody. I'm like, man, their couch is going to be so wrinkled after I get up because.
Look, after my first therapy session, I mean, it was an hour long and I'm just going on and on. And my therapist was like, okay, we're out of time. He let me go like an extra 15 minutes. I'm like, I can't pay extra. He was like, I got another session. But I went consistently on a weekly basis up until COVID hit. And then it was just kind of as I needed him once, my dad and everything happened with him. And I got back to Chicago with my mom. It was, it was just a lot that I needed to release at the moment. And now I'm feeling like, okay, I need to get back into it because, like I said, I'm trying to elevate. I'm trying to progress in life. And there's still some things that I need to address and take care of. So that's going to help me. And I definitely, I'm an advocate for therapy. Like I tell people all the time, please go. Please.
I am too. I'm definitely not against it. I know I need it. I think a lot of us need it.
I think everybody need therapy. Honestly. Ain't nobody living a perfect life. Nobody lives a perfect life. And if you telling me that you are living a perfect life, that means you got some issues that you really need to address.
Fix your life.
That part. Ayana, where she at? Ayana, come fix my life.
I don't know if you want the queen to come fix your life. She might have you in a place where people. Right, you feel me? You thought you had a real read? Okay.
Right. She get raw and uncut with it.
Not on my
cutthroat with it. Look, right. And your mama and you treated her like Ayala, who helped you fix your life, Auntie?
Look, you know what? I love her so much. I love her so much because in a couple of episodes, she showed that she had to go back and do some things in her life her lifetime, or within her time, her time span or whatever, to fix. And the reason why is because like she's out here, she's fixing everything, and now she starts to recognize that she have those same problems.
Yep.
So she had to
She
go
did
back.
share that.
Yeah, she had to go back and fix those things, because it's like we can get caught up in fixing other people's lives, and we don't find the time to fix our own life, because it's like everybody needs our attention.
Right.
You get me?
Right.
So that's where the therapist, goes to doing the opposite. That's where the life coaches goes to do the opposite. The advocates go to do the opposite, because they haven't had time to fix their own life. They're fixing everybody else's.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well,
That
that's
makes
good. At least
sense.
she admitted it. At least she don't think that her life is all put together. So my life put together, so I can put your life together. And that's the type of people you want. The transparency. I want somebody who not going to judge me or be like, I don't need facial expressions when I'm talking to you.
Right.
I don't need that. I don't need. If
I
I
need
see a facial
honesty.
expression when I'm talking to you, it's time I need to get up off your couch because you judging me. Like I
Yeah.
need you to understand me or try to understand. I don't need you to listen to reply. I need you to really understand what I'm saying, and that's what's been like keeping me, like not really keeping me, but I need to. I'm so I don't know how to say it, but it's like I just don't. I guess because I've been judged so
Sorry,
much
y'all.
throughout my life, like I don't want to be. I'm just real protective over who I share with, because am I sharing with somebody who really take their job, just looking at it
Seriously.
as a job, as a check,
Right.
or are you here for a reason, a real reason? And so that's
Yeah.
what I need to know, because there's a lot of people that do these jobs just for the check. And they like, okay, next, I'm gonna check you off. I'm
Right.
gonna let you talk. I'm gonna give you a little bit. And okay, now next, my time is up. I got to do something. I got more money coming. And that's what I don't want. So we get into it. But Wiz is gonna do an open meditation because I need some clarity, and Jordan needs some clarity.
Yes.
And I wish Shell was here so she can get some clarity, but she haven't gotten back on yet. But we definitely need this. I definitely need this. I got a client at 3 o'clock too, and I don't need to bring what's going on with me to my client. That energy rubs off, and I don't want that type of energy rubbing off onto my client. Oh, great day for mental health with meditation.
Y'all can hear the music? No?
A
Okay.
little
So
bit,
I guess
a little
I'm
bit.
gonna
I
a
can
little
hear it
bit.
a little bit.
Okay.
You don't hear it, Joy?
I want you guys to
I love it.
clear your mind, put your mind in that space of just being peaceful. Put your mind in that space of understanding that your next step is going to be is going to take you somewhere of where you want to go. Um, take a moment and put your hands up in the air. Put your arms up in the air, straight up in the air. Put your arms up in the air, arms up in the air, and breathe in deeply. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow that energy to come through your arms, into your chest, into your mind. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow yourself to see yourself being not being attached to anything that can be disturbing or that's going to interrupt your peace. Breathe in and breathe out. Now place your hands on your heart and breathe in and breathe out. And repeat after me. Say, I surround myself with a lot of peace and a lot of love.
I
I
surround
surround
myself.
myself with a lot of peace and a lot of love.
I surround myself with a lot of peace and a lot of love.
I surround myself with a lot of peace and a lot of love.
Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now place your hands on your stomach and repeat after me. I have the energy to move forward.
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 Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now put your hands over your throat. Don't choke yourself. And repeat these words. I will communicate effectively.
I will communicate effectively.
I will communicate effectively.
I will communicate effectively.
And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Put your hand on your head and repeat after me. I will only have clear thoughts.
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 And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're gonna repeat this affirmation. It goes like this: I clear all blockages and I hold myself accountable.
I clear all blockages and I hold myself accountable.
Now I want you to embody that energy because that's the energy that you have to carry out through the week. You clear all blockages. And
I clear all blockages and hold myself accountable.
Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. You can take a moment to sit in that energy, and then when you feel like you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Namaste. Wizz, I needed that after this morning.
I was just gonna say that I needed that after this.
And we finished that at 1:11. 1:11. We finished that at 1:11.
Wow.
Oh, Shells, you just missed the meditation.
Oh no, I was back there doing it with y'all.
Oh, okay.
Holding my head.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I was back there with y'all.
How you guys feel? Y'all feel good? Y'all feel relaxed?
I feel good. I feel relaxed,
so
renewed, rejuvenated.
I needed that walking in my newness today.
I'm ready for my day. I needed that. I needed that. So yeah. I'm clear of all blockages and I'm gonna hold myself accountable.
Yes.
Yes.
That part so.
No distractions.
Yes.
No distractions. All that good energy is flowing through me. I'm speaking only good things. I'm thinking great thoughts.
I'm communicating effectively today.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, Shell.
And loving from a different place, loving from a deep place.
Yeah.
Right. That part.
Yay. I'm glad I got to catch that part. I came running around the corner. I was like,
I'm
here. To the good part.
Wizz, I real life feel like I have a whole new aura around me right now. Like I'm feeling good.
Do you do your meditation? I missed it. Do you still do your meditations on live?
Yes, I still do. I stopped for a while because I was going through my own challenges. But that's still going on.
I gotta catch you.
They need some healing.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to turn on your post notifications so I can see when you're going live, so I can join you.
Definitely. And what I do is I put out a flyer just so that you guys can know.
So you can do his meditations on his podcast, Wizz 2020 on Spotify, correct?
Thank you.
So look him up, y'all, because this is part of mental.
Yes.
And we need it. I know I need it. I need it daily. Like it was really kind of hard for me for a while to clear my mind so I can meditate. Like it was just like I just had so much that was like going on when I tried it. I could not get clarity. I could not clear my mind. It was just so much. And so yeah. Thanks, Wizz.
Yes, thank you, Wizz.
I love you.
Thank you.
I know. I knew it was gonna be a good day because Wizz was coming around, y'all.
We
all y'all look lifted. Y'all look lifted.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I ain't even need no coffee. I saw Wizz meditation. I'm like,
we need to add this segment in the show. Like this should be a segment at the end of the show where we just do a meditation.
Doing affirmations.
But I can't pay you to be on to do it. But but this is like something I think this should be a part of the show where we're doing like an open meditation. Just just to end the show to start, because it's basically the show is like the start of our day, but then once we get off the show, it's like really the start of our day. And just to do that, I mean, it just like how I feel right now. It's just like just from that, it's just like I almost want to cry because it just feel like I needed to release something,
Yeah.
And so I needed that.
That's good.
And I'm outside too, in all its element.
Right. I should have been outside with you, getting grounded, sitting in the grass.
Right.
That part. Oh, I ain't done that in so long.
Oh, how about this? Oh, you know what? We'll talk about this off the camera.
Okay. Yeah.
I got an idea for all of us.
I like ideas.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to end. So again, I got on here for if you all want to do meditation with Wizz, you can go on his podcast. Wizz 2020 is on Spotify. Definitely get some meditation. It's definitely it helps you heal. It's a healing process as well. Just releasing. And see a therapist. Don't be afraid of therapists. Don't be afraid to speak, when you feel something is wrong with you. Don't be afraid to admit that you have like issues, because that's where a lot of people suicide and everything come in too, because people are afraid to like say like they feel like they're getting depressed, or they feel like they have some anxiety issue, or they feel this way, that way, and they shut themselves out. And that's a lot in our community too. So we definitely need to speak to somebody. Even if it's not a therapist, like even if it's somebody like I got that where you just gotta talk and they just really not listening, I gotta learn to just say, hey, I'm just venting it out anyway. Like I don't care if you're not listening, just let me get it out. If you're gonna sit there and let me get it out, make me feel like I'm talking to somebody, then it's enough for me. Instead of looking at the whole, oh well, you ain't listening anyway, da da da. So I gotta learn it for myself. But if anybody got any closing remarks? or anything you can say it before we go?
I just want to say thank you to Wizz again, because I just really feel rejuvenated right now. I got a new aura and amount of energy just circulating around me and through me. So shout out to Wizz. Thank you.
Yes, definitely shout out to Wizz, because I got up this morning and I was not in a great headspace. I just really wasn't. I was ready to be depressed today. Like, you know.
Here we go again.
Right. You know, I was ready for the cycle. And I'm like, let me go ahead and fake it till I make it on this show, and just I can go back to sleep afterwards and wallow in whatever is trying to make me wallow. But I feel good. I'm happy. I'm about to open these curtains and let some sunshine
Right.
in.
There you go, sis.
Like, it's
There
a
you go.
beautiful day. Thank
Just
you.
give me the light.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And not just Wiz, but you ladies too. You know, you guys do make my day. So
Yes, y'all definitely, okay, on Mondays, because I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be bothered, but y'all help me get it going. And it sets the tone for the rest of my week, honestly. It does.
I do. I prepare for it the night before, or even some days before, doing the production part of it. And sometimes it gets stressed because I just like, oh, do I got time? Or, you know, I got to get it in. So I get a little stressed about it. But then I'm like, just the outcome of it, you know, just being here in the morning, being able to talk to, you know, saying to especially, you know, people that I know have my best interests at heart, and doing this show. And like, I know you and Shell, you know, Jordan Shell have like my best interests. So where I feel comfortable enough, so I do look forward to this, and I'm glad that this started. And you know, I wish that we can have Wiz as a regular co-host. I've been trying to push this for the longest, but
Wiz said, "Don't be trying to."
Wiz said, "I'll pop in every now and again."
Yeah, every now and then, every now and then.
I'm looking for another answer. I got the answer for him already. But Wiz, do you have anything you want to say before we go?
I do want to say that 5 minutes of your time could change your life.
Literally.
3 minutes of your time could change your life. 2 minutes of your time could change your life. 1 minute of your life could change your life if you slow down just for that time. That's it.
Literally.
We get too busy. We get too busy, and we don't know how to slow down for ourselves. So take 5 minutes a day and practice meditation.
There you go.
So true.
It is true.
And on that note, we are going to leave you guys with that. Slow down.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. And Mark, thank you always for being there commenting. If we don't have someone comment, we know we either got Mark, we either got Space, or we got Richie or Marlon. So
and Antonio too, but he be in
Antonio,
and out.
oh yeah, can't forget about Antonio. Sorry, Antonio, you as well. So thank you all for watching, and you all have a great Monday. Slow down. Meditate.
Slow down.
5 minutes. We deserve it.